Fred in the Shed 2-part of this video on this QRM Eliminator, this X-Phase unit that I bought from Russia on eBay. And for those of you that haven't watched videos before, I'm getting this rather nasty QRM, this PLT noise we think. And that's right across the 555. So I bought this a while ago, and I did set it up originally up in the main attic. I didn't get much success with it. It didn't seem to do anything, and I was a little disappointed because I think it was about 60 or 70 pounds on eBay. But since then I've spoken to Awesome Dave 2865, who is awesome, by the way. And Dave explained that to get this to work I need to erect a second vertical antenna, or it doesn't have to be an antenna, just a second vertical pole with a piece of even speaker wire, which is what I'm going to use, just to pick up the local interference, that crackling sort of noise, and then I should be able to boost that on the auxiliary antenna to match what's coming in on the main antenna, and then hopefully be able to very carefully phase it out. And that's the idea. I've got the instructions here which came with it. You don't get a lot with it, to be honest. What I've got is some old speaker wire. That's what I've got to hand, stripped it down to single core, and an old coaxial plug there that I'm just heating up the soldering iron. I'm just going to solder that straight on and then erect the antenna on my telescopic pole. Reading through the instructions is you want it at a certain length but not too long, because you don't want to pick up your receiving signal, you just want to pick up the QRM. So a telescopic pole is ideal because I can adjust the length of the pole, increasing the length of the wire, and hopefully that'll increase and decrease the gain. And that's it, that's that done. All you do is just connect the single wire to the centre pin of your coaxial plug, and yeah, that's all. You leave the earth screen, you just don't touch that, and hopefully that will work. This is the T2LT telescopic pole there, the speaker wire going up, just going up about 3.5 metres at the moment. And I think I need to adjust the height of the pole up and down so that I don't wipe out the receiving signal along with the QRM. Bit fiddly. Okay, so first impressions, it's very fiddly to use. I kind of got it working, but it seems to have reduced the gain right down on the radio, and I don't think it should be doing that because I'm really not receiving a great deal. But I have lost the interference. If I switch it off, listen. Switch it on. Yeah, and all I've done is reduce the gain. If I turn the gain up, it is reducing it. But it is reducing it, but it's very fiddly with these two controls, so I'm going to need to play around with it quite a bit longer. Right, just to prove to myself I'm not going mad, I've disconnected the Antron 99 from the radio, and all I've got now is the auxiliary antenna in, and I can turn the gain up, and it is picking up the QRM. So that is all the QRM that's coming in off the auxiliary antenna, and it doesn't appear to be picking up any shortwave. Or maybe just a little tiny bit, but I can always lower it to reduce the gain. So the auxiliary antenna does seem to be working, it just seems to be picking up all of that rubbish and noise. But when I put the Antron back on and turn up the gain, I can't seem to phase it out at the moment anyway. So yeah, I'm still going to persevere, still going to play around with it, but yeah, oh, that crackling's really getting on my nerves now. What I've tried now is I've just run the auxiliary antenna through a little LT1 preamplifier, just see if I can increase the gain to see if that might balance out, but I can't say that it's made any difference. So the only way I can reduce the QRM is just to reduce the main gain on the main antenna, but I could do that on the RF gain on the radio. Yeah. I'll switch that off for a sec. That's without it. It has reduced it slightly, but not a significant gain. Oh well, gonna carry on playing, but it is a bit frustrating. I might be making some progress. This is with the X-Phase switched on. I'll switch it off. That's that horrible noise. So it has reduced it. It's not eradicated it. Well, I don't know. I mean, I've been playing this for about an hour now, and I've got it to reduce some noise, but whether it's really making a great deal of difference on a blank, sort of empty channel like this. It's intermediate. It's doing something, but it's not really doing what I'd expect it to do. You know, I just wonder if that PL2 noise is just too strong to be taken out by this little box here. I've come down to 27505, which is not in the heart of that PL2 noise, and it does seem to work down here. If I did demonstrate that, this is with the box switched off. And that's with the box switched on, so it has pretty much eradicated it. You know, I'd call that a success, but just when we get into the heart of the noise level, which is where I want it at 27555. It does slightly ease it, but it won't take. It just doesn't take it all the way out. Right. Okay. So conclusions. I just think that PLT noise is just a little bit too strong for this filter, but it doesn't really work enough to warrant that extra antenna up on the side. So there's other things I could look at. I think I need to get around to earthing out the pole where the Antron 99 is on. I think that might help. I have got the earth spike already in the shack, and I did have some cable somewhere, so I think I might have another go at earthing out the pole. Yeah, give that a go. And people have said ferrites. I have got some cheap sort of Chinese ferrites. They didn't seem to do anything. People have said maybe perhaps use ferrites, things like that, and maybe you know, getting some donut type ferrites, and that might help on the power lead or something like that. But I don't think there's going to be any real solution for this QRM PLT noise without going up to a better quality radio that's got better filtration, which thankfully I've got. But I'd just like to be able to use the 6900 because I like this radio. But anyway, going to bring this one to a close. Cheers, thanks for tuning in. Sorry I'm waffling on a bit. Freddy in the Shed too. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye.